Good afternoon and welcome to Webexpenses. My name is Laura Carralero and I am going to be showing you how to use the system as a user. If you haven't received the login details for Webexpenses, you will receive in the Zoom and you will receive two different emails, one with a welcome email and your introduction. You will receive this link to copy and paste into this page. And once you put it in your browser, it will take you straight into this page. In this page, then, as you can see, you have all the information about the mobile app, and on the top right hand, you have a help button, which is for support. And clicking here, it will take you to our website, which where you can have every kind of information, the support, as I was saying before. You can chat as well with us, and you can tell us there. You can click in there, and you can send us a message with any question you may have. So that is for the main screen. In the main screen, then, in the second email you will receive your login details, which is going to be your email at work. So in that email, you will receive your email with a password. So the first time you receive it, please put your password in there. And as you can see as well, as I was saying, on the left-hand side of the screen, you have information about the mobile app and how to upload it. And then you can start trying it out. So once you've input your password and your login details, then you click on sign in. The very first time you will be asked to change your password. So when you have changed your password, you will be able for the second time to log in again, and you will come across the screen. If you are for field sales, your name will appear here and next to the little head, and it will say field sales. If you are internal, it will say internal in here. If you are from Ireland, if you are working from the Ireland office, it will say Ireland in here. So as you log in your account, obviously in your case there will be nothing there, but in my case I've been just logged in as a claimant test, and you can see the different status of the claims which are already in the system. So let's say that you want to start a new claim for your expenses on the month of December. So you can click on add, and then in add you want to make the header in a comprehensive way for the accounts people. So let's say that you want to say December expenses, and in this case I'm going to say 2 because I've already created one. Now under notes, you do not have to write anything if you don't want to. If you wish, in this case you can say I already placed another December 17 expenses claim, if you want to let accounts or your approvers people know. The cost center you will not have to choose, and the approver and accounts person will be as well set up by the administration for you. So you do not have to click here to define the result settings because that's going to be already in the next page. But if you want to start doing it from here, you can do so. So once you have you have created the claim header, then you click on save, and that is going to take you to the line items where is the main header where you can add up the main line items for this claim. So we have the header in here. If you want to change the header, you can always go to actions and edit claim header. If suddenly you have decided you want to change the name, then you can say -2, and that is how you change the claim header. So we are inside the claim now. So if you want to add an item to the claim, let's say for instance that you had created one for mileage. Now, as you click on the category, you will see that only 5 categories will show up. That is because we have set up the system in a way that only the 5 most used categories that you use will appear at the top. If you want to choose any other category, which is not in this list, just click on More and the whole scroll will appear. So let's say, for instance, that you want to place a claim for mileage. So as you can see, your administration people have already included a policy there, 25 per mile. So you will choose a date, which will be a date in the past, and you will see under mileage that you have a from and to. In these boxes, you will be able to input either the postcode or you will be able to input the name of the city. So let's say, for instance, that you can put London, UK and Oxford, UK, for instance. So once you have done that, as you can see, you can, if you have had a return trip, you can click on return. And if you have to have a detour and you have to go through another place, so let's say, for instance, you have to detour through Cambridge, quite a detour, then the system will automatically add up the number of miles that have been run in that trip. So we don't need that. As you can see, the mileage is already defined in there for you. You don't have to touch anything else unless you are placing a claim in a foreign country. So under the description, for instance, you can say trip to London. You will always have to write something under the description. And this is the main line which is going to appear under the header within the claim. So this is going to be the line item for that claim. So click on Save. And can you see it's telling you that it is working? So as you can see now, we have the first item to the claim. As you can see, there is a little icon in there. That little icon is for you to add the receipt. So you click on the receipt and then you can just click on it, and that is going to take you to wherever you will remember where you have kept your receipts. So click on it, and then that is going to be loading the receipt for you. Once it is loaded, what you can do as well is that you can send the receipt through the repository, and that is some information that we can send you later. And this is just, if you can go to our support guide, for instance, and in here, if you click repository, then it's going to tell you a list of how do I email receipts to my own or someone else's repository. So as you can see, you can send them from your work email, from your personal private non-work email, or you can as well send the receipts to someone else's repository. So if you are placing the claims for your manager, for instance, you can always send them to your manager, and you can find all this information in our hub. So we are back here. So obviously we have already uploaded the receipts and it's appearing here. We click on it and we click back. When you click back, you can see now that the item we had today now is got a little clip on it. If you hover over it, you will be able to see that receipt in detail. You click in here and then it disappears again. And that is our first line for this claim. If you want to add any more, I'm going to be showing you the exceptions normally to the rule. So let's say, for instance, you have had some entertainment with a client. In entertainment for the client, it was on the 7th of November. Please always remember to add up to use the date that you had in the receipt. So let's say that you spent £100 and that was a client in London. So the client in London, Then if you happen to have had, for instance, one receipt and you have paid 2 drinks or 2 meals for 2 different clients, or you have bought a present and it's within the same receipt, you can always go to split items. So if you click on split items, the system is going to automatically divide that by 2. If you have 3 items, you can click again and it will create 3. Uh, you can create as many as you want, and you can change as well the amount, or you can change the category or the VAT or the description. Everything can be changing here. So we have split the items under entertainment, and we are happy with the results with everything we've put in there. We have added the description, and now we are going to save it. Now, because it is entertainment, our admin people want us to declare or define who were the people being entertained. So if we save, it's telling us, please add attendees. So you will have to click in here and put the name of the attendee and the job title, CEO, for instance. So once you have done that, then you can click save, and that way it's going to be added up. You can place as many items within a claim as you wish. Those are the only 2 items where you can find an exception. Then, as I said, anything with entertainment, gifts, or donations are gonna prompt you to add the attendees, and the rest is just normal. So let's say that you have hotel. Again, you will put in the date in the receipt, and let's say 200, and that would be hotel in Oxford, for instance. And that's it. You just go through it. You are happy with everything, all the information in the system, and you click and save it. As you can see, now we have 3 items within the claim. Now, some other things we can do. Let's say, for instance, that you realize that actually you had 2 hotel nights in your 2 hotels in Oxford nights. So you want to create a copy within this item. So you can click on copy. Click on copy. Are you sure you want to copy all the selected items? Yes. And then, as you can see, it's showing copy of hotel. So you want to amend this one. So you will click on it, and as you can see, it's still a hotel, but in here you can say hotel in London, for instance. So this is a very useful tool, so you can always recycle the information within the same claim. Not only that, what you can do as well is that if you happen to have the same number of items every month, let's say that every month you get paid for your broadband, or every month you have a homeworking tax, then you can transfer, you can copy these ones, and then let's say that every month you are going to have a hotel in Oxford and a hotel in London. So then what you can do is that you can, before you have submitted it, you can go back and you open another claim, empty, or if you want to put something in it. As you can see, this one is another one we created earlier. So in the one we have just created, now we want to transfer 2 of the items in here into this one. So what we do is that we go into it and we click here, and the ones that we want to transfer to another claim, we click into move, set OK, and it's going to be showing us which claims are already existing in the account, into which we can import the existing claims, the existing line items. So let's say that we wanted to put them under December 17 web expenses, and as you can see, they have disappeared from here. And if we go back, now we can open this one, which is where we transfer them, and they are here. So that is very useful in case you want to be, if you want to be using the same items every month, you can just do that every time. So let's say that we have already created this claim with all the items underneath it, and we are happy with it. So we want to submit it. We have put a receipt in one of them, and we have done all our claims. So we want to submit it. So we will click in Submit. And as you can see, your accounts person have already told you a note about when the claims have to be submitted. So this is what is showing you as well, is that this claim contains items which may be duplicated. This is just a warning for you to realize, because obviously we have been copying things. So it's for you to have a final check. Okay, so if you're happy with it, then you can say add notes. The notes you're going to be putting in here, they're going to be for the accounts people and the approvers to see. So for instance, you say no receipt for hotel. You can say that. And did you claim mileage? You can say yes. And what will appear if you say yes is the duty of care statement. So this is going to tell you, basically, this is for you to certify that your car has got the MOT and it's been insured. So whether you use a company or a private car, you click whatever and then click on Submit. And as you can see, now we have the status of the different claims has changed. So now we have this item that shows as submitted. And what is going to happen now with this one is that you are going to get, as soon as you have submitted a claim, you will receive an email telling you that your claim has been submitted. Now I'm going to show you how it is going to look from the approver's point of view. So now that the claim has been submitted, this is you. The approver, you will never have access to the approver's account, but this is just for testing purposes. So as you can see, this is the approver. The approver has received as well an email telling him or her that there is an item to be approved. So the approver will open the claim that has been received into their inbox, and they will look at the different items and they will say, okay, so this one doesn't have a receipt. They open it, they have a look at it, and they say, well, this one doesn't have a receipt, so I'm going to reject client in London. Are you sure you want to reject? This is the approver rejecting part of your claim, and they will say no receipt. And then they're going to be clicking on reject. At this moment, you will receive an email as the claimant saying part of your claim has been rejected. So the approver will keep on looking at the claim you have submitted, and they will look at it and they will say trip for random, that is okay, and they will say approve. Sorry, approve. So this is they don't have to put any notes, but this is the approver sending the last part of your claim to the accounts person. So this is going to go straight into the accounts person. The accounts person will receive a notification saying you have received an item to be approved. So as you can see now, we are the accounts person, and now the accounts person can have a look at it. They will check it, they will be happy with it, and they will pay it. This will go into their finance system for authorization for payment. So now that we have just seen that part of your claim, if you remember, had been rejected, so when you go into your account, what you will see, because you had already received an email, is telling you that the approver has rejected part of the claim. So, and you have as well several warnings in there. You have a note telling you that there's some possible duplicates. We know that because we have copied some of the items, And one very useful thing is that you can see that the notes that you have written and the ones that have been written by the approver for you to know are going to be appearing in here as well. So you know there's no receipt. So therefore, you will open it and then you can just attach a receipt again, and then you can just go into the attach the receipt, and then you can submit it again. And that way, now that you know what the problem was, sure, the approver is going to be happy with that. So there you are, we have attached the receipt, and now we can submit it again. So this time, the receipt, the approver is going to receive an email just to let them know that it's being, you can make a note. So receipt added, thanks. And this one doesn't have a mileage claim, so you don't need that. And they can submit it. Basically, as you can see now, you can see the different status of your different claims on different stages, and that is basically the only thing you have to know about using Webexpenses to submit a claim. What you can do as well is that you can delete claims. So anything which has not been paid can be deleted. And what you can do as well, if you have a paid claim, for instance, let's say that the accounts person is happy with this and they are going to be paying this one. So this one is going to be pay. So this is going to go to accounts for payment. And so that way, when you come back to your account as a claimant, then you can see that one of your items have already been paid. It will show as paid later. So now what you can do as well, you can archive. So you can say that this one says finance approved. That means that has gone through the latest status of the payment, and therefore this one can be archived. Do you want to archive it? Yes. So that way you can go into archived items and you can see the ones that you have already archived. Something else that is useful to know when you have been doing items on the go. For instance, if you have credit card items, you can just import them from here. If you have been doing things on the go, you can import them from here as well. But mainly another in here, you can have as well your receipts. That's from the repository. So anything that you have sent through the repository is going to come here. And a very useful item you have as well is the reports. So if you want to see a list of the claims you have made, you can just choose. Obviously, it's going to be only for you because you are the only person with access to this account, and you can do a report. If you want to see a list of claims which have been placed in the past, then you can just go to the past. But when you click on report, because it is a big amount of data, it's going to tell you that it's going to be showing you the ones which are showing. So that's it. You have the amounts, the net due, the base currency. That is all the information you need about the claim. Now, you can have as well a detailed ledger. The detailed ledger is going to give you information on, you can as well do a report on a specific status, or if you know the claim ID, you can just write it in there and then it will show you. But in this case, I've already deleted that one. So let's say, for instance, that you want to see a report on all the open claims that you have in the system. So that way it's going to be showing you the description, the categories, the GL code. If you want to have if you want to have this in Excel, you can click on Export and Excel, then click OK, and then it will create Excel spreadsheet which is extremely useful because you can just trying to bring it up. So this is the Excel spreadsheet. You can as well upload it, export it into PDF. You can export it as CSV. And this is very useful because once you have the information in here, then you can just filter it by categories, by cost center, by any information, and you can do a search on them. This, in actual fact, this works exactly as a spreadsheet. So that is how you create a report, and we don't want that. So sorry about that. Done save. And this is basically if you want to have to make a custom report every month you're going to be wanting which from a certain category, for instance, if you want to know how much money you are spending in one specific category, then you can have that. And you want to know which cost center is being paid into, or you can create any report that you want, and you just put the name on here and you call it monthly report, and that way you save it, and then next will show you the whole report. So if you click in here, as you can see, this is the report you have just created. If you want to see a report which is back in time, let's say for instance in June, then it's going to be telling you that the report you want to see is many months backwards. So therefore, you will have to do an offline report. So the offline report is going to be showing in here. There you go, offline status. And it's telling you that the report you have created is now complete. So you click on it, and then again, it is going to create an Excel spreadsheet where you can have all the list of all the items that have been created in all the months that you have been working with Webexpenses. You have been submitting claims with Webexpenses. So this is all as you can see, Webexpenses is extremely easy to use and very user-friendly, very easy to change anything. So this is all I wanted to show you. As I said, once I finish this training, I will stop this recording and we will send you the recording so you can watch it again, or by all means, you can always visit our hub. And as I said, hub.webexpenses.com, where you can have all the user guides, training videos, or you can chat with us and we will be very happy to help you. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending this training, and we hope to enjoy Webexpenses. Thank you. Have a nice evening.